Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. A lot of people have asked me about my Pennywise wreath, so I'm going to make it. I guess the last video I did with it was kind of more on the painting of the mask. So this one is going to be more on making the wreath as a whole. Starting with the mask, I have to paint the mask. My husband made this with this 3D printer. It is hollow, so it's not heavy. He did make this with this 3D printer. This one is a little big. We're going to see if it works out for me. If not, he's going to have to print me a smaller one. But this one is pretty big. So we're going to have to paint that. I have my wreath form. We're going to be using, I don't think I'm going to use all of this mesh, but I have 2 rolls of mesh, white, and 2 rolls of red standing by for me to use. I don't think I'm going to use all of it. The method that I'm going to be using is the roll method to make his hair and then his the white collar down here. So all of this up here is going to be red with the rolls, and we do 3 rolls each on each pipe cleaner, and I'll show you that here shortly. What else you're going to need is, I mean, not everybody has a 3D printer. If you don't have a 3D printer, you can definitely use a mask. It's Halloween right now. They have all kinds of masks out there. Pretty cool ones too. It just depends on how much you want to spend on your items that you're going to use for your wreath. So definitely a mask or 3D printed mask. I have all of my items basically are 3D printed, okay? You can use gloves for these and fill them. Get some white gloves and fill it with like filling, and then just position the hands. These are 3D printed as well. So just know that. I'm not doing this wreath to make you feel bad that you can't get this material. You definitely can if you have a 3D printer, but you also have other ways to do this. Be creative. Like I said, you can use a glove, a white glove, fill it, and then position the fingers. I have 2 of those and 2 hands, so that's what I'm going to be using. I also have a balloon. Again, this is 3D printed, but you can do paper mache. It's just whatever you want to do, you can do. I'm just blessed to be able to have a husband that has a 3D printer, and I can do these things. Again, you can use paper mache to make this. Get yourself a balloon. Do the paper mache stuff all over it. Pop the balloon, and there you go. You have a balloon. It's as easy as that. I'm not going to show those methods, but those are just some ideas that you can use for your wreath, the Pennywise wreath. You're going to need some scissors, some paint, red and white, because white is for when I mess up on him, because believe me, I'm not the best painter in the world. So I got red and white paint. I have a staple gun. I have a stapler. I have pipe cleaners. I have red and white ones because I'll be using these to attach all of my items to the wreath. So the staple gun is going to help me staple these and secure it to the wreath. I also have glue. So if I want to just have double security, I have that. I have a dowel. The dowel I have to cut because this is a pretty big one. I have this size. I'm going to check both of them out. This is small. It's really short. I don't know if it's going to hold the balloon or not, but I can try this one. It's probably going to be more this one that I use, because what I do is I use this as my balloon string, and I glue this dowel to the balloon, and that's how I secure it to the wreath itself. Now these are the ways that I do it. You can do it any way that you choose to. Just get creative. The mesh I'm using, I got from Hobby Lobby. It's the Christmas mesh. It's on sale right now, 50% off. It's the 10" by 30". This is the red one. It's the Poly Pro mesh ribbon. I don't really like this ribbon. If I was doing any other wreath, I wouldn't use this ribbon, only because it frays a lot. In my experience, you may have a good experience with it. I don't, but since I'm just doing rolls of this, it's not going to bother me. And it's for me, so it's not going to bother me that much. And And I think that's about all for now. If I remember something else that I need, I will let you know. You're gonna need a roll cutter. I use this rotary cutter to cut my mesh. You can also use scissors. Whatever tools you have at your disposal is what you're gonna wanna use. These other things just make life easier for me. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be watching Hocus Pocus while I'm doing this, so please forgive me. I'm gonna start by painting the mask. I'm probably gonna fast forward this part because all I'm doing is painting the mask. And then we'll move on to doing the rolls for the wreath and then putting it all together. It's as simple as that. It takes a little bit of time, but it is as simple as that. You get your mask and all of your other items ready. You do your roll method with all the mesh and put it into the wreath, and then you place all of your decorations onto the wreath. It sounds so simple, but it takes a little bit of time and patience. Ooh, that's a lot of paint. You don't need that much. Hopefully it's really red. You know what, I'm gonna look at this paint color. And let me look at this one too. Just to see what the colors are. Oh, this one might be a little bit more red. We'll see. And then we're gonna need white. I might add yellow. I don't know yet. I might do his eyes a little yellow as I go on and I see how it's coming along. You know, I don't know yet. So have yellow on hand as well for the paint. I gotta do around the eye. so that's the beginning of our Pennywise. I may stick some yellow in his eyes just because I think it'll look a little better. So right now I'm just gonna let this dry. I'm gonna set it to the side, let it dry, move the paint, and just allow that to dry now. So now what we'll do is we will go ahead and start the process of making our rolls for, well, at least cutting our mesh for our rolls that we're going to be putting on the wreath form to make Pennywise's hair and his little white collar, I guess. And so what we're going to do is I have this wreath form. It already it's pre-made with these pipe cleaners or ties or whatever you want to call them. There's 18 of these on this pipe cleaner, on this wreath form. This wreath form is 15 inches from side to side, but I think when you're finished with your wreath, it comes out to be like 24 inches with everything. This one may be a little bit smaller only because I'm not using ribbons or anything like that in this. I'm just strictly using mesh. So it may be a little bit, but right now, just because people ask, from this side of the wreath form to this side of the wreath form, it is 15 inches. I use a bigger wreath form. There's 18 ties, pipe cleaners, whatever you want to call them on here. I'm going to do 9 with red and then 9 with white is what I'm going to do, okay? So that means I need 9 times 3 and 9 times 3 because I'm going to be doing 3 rolls in each tie. So 27 of each color is what I'm going to need. I think that came out about right. You can do the math. So so what we have to do is I'm going to cut them in 10-inch pieces. That's what we're going to do, 10-inch pieces. And I'm probably going to fast forward this because I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me cut this all the way. So I will go ahead and show you a few of how I cut it, and then we will just go from there. So I'm going to need 27 whites and 27 reds, okay? Inches. So let's see. I have a measure right here, so this kind of shows me where I need to cut my ribbon. I usually use my mesh holder, but I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to turn it around to make it easier to hold or to cut. So I'm going to cut. Okay, so that didn't take a whole roll. So 1 roll of white and 1 roll of red is what it looks like. Now, with that being said, I may, depending on how full it is, I may add more rolls after the fact. We'll see once I get the wreath put together. Before I place everything on it, I'll look and see how full the wreath is, and we will go from there. So the white is done, so I'm going to throw it over here to the side, and I'm going to do the same cuts for the red. Now this is, so we used 1 roll of white, so we're good with that. And then if I need more because I want to make it fluffier, I'll definitely add some more. So now we're going to do the red, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut 27 10-inch pieces, okay? I think that's enough. I lost count, so I just kept doing it. I'm thinking I'm at 27. If not, I'll definitely cut some more here in a little bit. So again, we did not even need a whole roll of the red mesh, so we'll put that to the side. And then what we're gonna do is you will want a clip. So I'm gonna have to go find a clip here, because when we roll the mesh up, we're gonna be doing 3 at one time, so we're gonna need something to hold our rolls together. So I'm gonna use this clip, and I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put my red and where I'm gonna put my white. So I want 9 of each, right? So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 right here, and plus this one's 9, so that's 9. That's straight across right here. Let me do it this way, because I think, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, so that's 9. And then these are the white ones. Actually, I don't know, I might bring it down some. I don't know. I'm going to start with this. Maybe I'll start like this and then just do that's what I'll do. So I'm going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 red. So I'm going to have to cut some more red. But anyway, 11 red ties, or 11 for the red mesh, and then this for that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the white mesh. So we're just going to bunch that up so we don't get it confused and we start putting red in here, because we're going to use these for the white. So let's concentrate on where we're going to stick the red, because that's what we're going to start with. And again, like I said, if it's not full enough, if I don't feel like it's full enough, then I'm definitely going to add more. So keep that in mind. So how we do this is you take your 10-inch cut mesh and you roll it up. Try to be as straight as you can. And then you're going to use your clip to hold it. That's all this clip is for, is to hold it. You're going to grab another mesh and you're going to roll it. You don't have to roll it tight. You know, do different ones just to see what size you like. When I first started, I did really tight ones, and I'm finding out that I like the looser ones better. So try different sizes of the rolls and place them into the pipe cleaners and see how you like them. So we're going to roll. You're going to put it together. There's 2 and 1 more. So you're going to roll this one. And there you have your 3 pieces of mesh, your rolls, okay? It's funny how we evolve in this wreath making. I mean, I have changed my ways multiple times, whether it be the size of the rolls or the size of the length of the mesh I use or the method that I use. There's so many ways to do it. Any way you do it, it's going to come out good. So just remember, if you have a certain way that's different than mine, so be it. Do it. Make it look great. It's your project. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to place all 3 of these into the pipe cleaner. I can already tell I'm going to have to add more of these. So we're going to start with this. So we wrap it around, and I wrap it around 3 times already because I'm not going to add any more into this pipe cleaner itself. I'm probably just going to add pipe cleaners to this with some rolls in it. I don't know. So again, we're going to start with this. We're going to do this one. And with this, you can go up and down, up and down. There's no specific way that I do this wreath because it's just all red. I'm not stressing out over it. As long as you don't miss a pipe cleaner, you should be good to go. Just get it prepared and ready for you to populate that pipe cleaner. So you're just going to take your mesh, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. And that's what we're doing. And this is a long process. I'll do this one and then I'll probably fast forward this again just so you don't have to listen to me talk the whole time. Look, that's a benefit right there. And you're going to place it in there, twist it 3 times, and there you go. There's that. That one I got to do one. I got 1, 2 more, so I need to make 6 more of these. So I'm just going to use this since it's right next to me. Okay, so I can already see there's some spots that I'm going to be adding extra mesh to. And I told you earlier that this stuff frays a lot. So just keep that in mind. You're going to want to hide the fraying spots and cut the ones that you can see out. But I'm going to continue on right now with my white. And then I'm going to patch up the red with some more. So I got plenty of it. I mean, I almost have a whole... I still have that other roll left, what's left of it from cutting these, and then I still have this roll left. So I have plenty of red. And this is, to be honest with you, other than the mask, this wreath is pretty cheap to make. Okay, so now we're going to do the white. Okay, so this is what it looks like for now. And this is the beginning of our Pennywise wreath. Now, you see the red down at the bottom? I don't like that either, so what I'm going to probably do is tuck that in. More, you'll probably always be able to see it, but it is what it is. It's going to be a Pennywise. I probably should have used the white, but you would have seen the white and the red too. So you can always take your wire cutters or whatever these cutters are called and cut those down to where you can't barely see them. and cover these up. But right now they're just like that. We're gonna leave them like that, and I'm not gonna add anything in here just yet because I want to see how all of this is gonna fit in here. Okay, so this is gonna be here. See how this is gonna go, and it's gonna push up some of this stuff. So this is where ooh, look at, see, he's scary. He's gonna go here. Ooh, look at him. Arrgh. He's scary. And I'll probably end up adding more to the top of his head. But this is our goal, is to get him in here like this. And then we will play with we'll put more rolls to make it fuller here soon. So you're asking, how do I attach this? Well, let's show you how we attach this. We have to prepare it. Scary. So how I prepare it is I'm going to staple pipe cleaners, and I have white and I have red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to staple one right here on this side. I'm going to staple one on this side. I'm probably going to staple one at the top too. So you just use your staple gun and you just find a spot where you want to staple it. Hopefully I don't break it, but you know, trial and error is how this goes. So, and that's exactly how I'm going to do these hands too. These hands are meant to be put on a wall because it has where you know, a screw thing where you put the screw in and then you push it up and it holds things. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool hand. You can have these hanging just on your walls and holding things, or scarves can be held by it. But that's what this is for, really. It literally just hooks to your wall on a screw or a nail, what have you. But I use it for my wreaths because, you know what? It's pretty darn cool in this wreath. So what I'll do is I'll use a white pipe cleaner for the hands. And I'm just going to staple the right here. So with that, here's this. I'm not going to do the balloon until the wreath is done and I know where I want to place it, because I don't know how big or long I want to, or how long I want this rod to be to hold the balloon. So I don't know if it needs to be this long, if it needs to be this long. I don't know yet. It also needs to be painted white. So there's a little bit more to do to this. But right now we're just going to focus on placing his face into the wreath itself. Okay, so he's gonna go here. I want him to be held up here just so I need to get him straight though first. Secure him up here first. Let's see. And that's him so far. We're doing pretty good right now. Oh, he is scary. He's scary. So he still needs to have, he needs some stuff over here because it's not full enough for my liking. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cut all these frame pieces off. They're a pain in the ass, I ain't gonna lie. This mesh is really messy. Okay, so you just have to figure out where you need to add. Like I need to add some right here, I need to add some right here. Right here, and all around here, and then I'm gonna definitely add some more right here. So I'm gonna add some more of the mesh. So how I'm gonna add it is I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use pipe cleaners now, okay? Because I don't have any more of these pipe cleaners, I'm gonna have to add some. So since I already have some white cut, I'm gonna start with the white. And I'm gonna keep it the same and put 3 in each pipe cleaner because I want it to stay consistent. And it's gonna really give it that fullness that we're looking for. So, and you just do it to your liking. If you like it like this, keep it like this. We all have our ways that we like it. I mean, what I like, you may not like. What you like, I may not like. And it's okay, because you know what? We don't have to like each other's stuff. You just make it your own. That's the best thing about doing these projects is you just make it your own. So there's that. Now I'll hold that all together until I get my pipe cleaner, and I'm going to cut this in half because I don't need all of it to secure it to the thing. I mean, I might end up, since I have 3 of these, actually you know what? I'm going to use a whole one because I'm used to just putting 1 or 2 in there. This has 3. So what you're going to do is you're just going to wrap it around the mesh. And you're just going to pull it tight and you're just going to secure it on here. And then you're going to turn around and you're going to place it on here. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to throw it down there. And we're going to pull it tight. And we're going to twist it onto the wreath form. You could probably get away with using half of one. And it just, as you can see, is it just adds more fluff there. He needs some more right here. And right here. So I'm just gonna go around and just place some of these. I think I might need, I don't know if I have more white, but pipe cleaners. I used to have a ton of these pipe cleaners. Now I don't know what I did with them all. Okay. I don't think I need 3 in this. Well, no, I don't think I need 3. I'm just going to do 2 in this little hole and see what happens here. I'm going to pinch them together to make them stick a little bit more. I'm going to place this around it like so. And then I'm going to twist it so it's tight on here. And I'm going to stick it in this hole. And then I'm going to wrap it around the wreath form. And secure it. And again, all I'm doing is making it fluffier. That's all I'm doing. So that did really good right there. I need another one right here. I probably need another one right here and right here. So we're going to need quite a bit of it. So you may end up using 2 rolls of each. Probably not, but you just never know. So now I'm going to have to make some more cuts. So I'm just going to stop the video right here and start it back up after I add. You're going to see after I add it. I don't know how many I'm going to add extra. If you decide to make this wreath, how many I add may not be the amount that you need to add. So I'm not going to sit there and give you, oh, I added 5 extras. I'm not going to do that. You're going to have to look at your wreath, and you're going to have to look at the holes and where you want to place them, and you're going to have to figure that out yourself, okay? It's just one of those things. Everybody's wreaths are different. They're one of a kind, even though they may kind of look similar. All of them are one of a kind, because I may do or use more or less than what you're going to use. So just use your eye and figure out where you need to place mesh to make the wreath look the way you want it to look, okay? Not the way I want it to look, the way you want it to look. So I'm going to go ahead and cut now, and then I'll be, once I get this full, I will come back on and we will place his hands in the balloon, okay? So I added some more of the mesh rolls. I continued to do 3 on each pipe cleaner that I used. Again, I just used regular pipe cleaners like this. Cut them in half, put the 3 rolls in it, and then place it in the wreath form. I think it is full now. I like it. This is what it looks like so far. He looks kind of funny. Scary but funny at the moment. I don't know. He's got a lot on the top. I guess his head could have come up a little bit more, but I think it's okay. He's gonna be okay. He just got a lot of hair on the top. Just cracking me up. We're gonna go with it. And so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna place his hands. He's got a lot of hair. It's cracking me up. I might have made it too bushy. I don't know, but it's cracking me up. He Gary. Okay. So that should be dry enough. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to figure out where, make sure, number one, you place your hands the right way, whether you're using this hard plastic or you're using a glove that has filling in it. And then you just want to find the spot that you want to place them in. It's going to be good there, or is it going to be good? I think down there is better. So what I'll do is I'll just make sure the pipe cleaners are sticking straight out, and I will feed them into the wreath form. One. There's the other, if I can grab it. And you just got to keep playing with these until you get it to the tightness that you need it and where you want it. It's really what it comes down to. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this pipe cleaner to it. So I'm going to put this glue down in here. I'm going to hold that until it is dry. Give it a little bit of time to dry. Be patient, because it takes a little bit of time. That hand is set. Okay. So this one is going to be holding the balloon.
Is it your ride for the creek about to get here?
So again, we're going to have to maneuver it to where it stays in place, because it is a little loose there. So just find a spot where it's going to be good to kind of attach it. Actually, it looks good. I think once I attach that, put the balloon here, I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna secure the balloon on the rod. So I think it's good enough for me to start placing it. So I think it's gonna be like this. Kind of like this. So that means I can secure it like right here, down in there. This stuff stinks. So I'm going to secure it with E6000. And I'm going to back it up with some hot glue. So there's that. Just get some in there. There's that. Get it in there. I'm going to take some hot glue. And I'm going to hold it. See, the E6000 takes longer to dry. The hot glue does not take that long to dry. So they complement each other, really. I hope you're... Let that dry, then I'll place it in here and this will be done. And then we will see the final product. How exciting is that? That E6000 stinks too. Okay. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure the balloon to the wreath form. We want to make sure that the balloon stays in place. I'm going to do it, I think, up here. Because I want it to be hanging. I'm going to find another spot for this. There it is. So this is what it looks like right now. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to take a picture of it and then post this video.